Wikileaks founder Julian Assange is in a London courtroom this morning fighting against a return to the U.S. More than 160 current and former world leaders and other lawmakers have sent a letter to Britain's prime minister. They want the extradition hearing to be stopped and for Assange not to be sent to the U.S., where, of course, he faces espionage charges over the release of secret government documents. You may recall it was a big deal. This morning, we're also learning about children Assange fathered under extraordinary circumstances. And our Elizabeth Palmer spoke with their mother, a lawyer for Assange, who is also now his fiancée.
It's the same one.
It's the same one, is it? You love that one. I try to give them as normal a feeling of a family as I can. And I want them to just see our love and their father's affection to the extent that we can.
But little Gabriel and Max have rarely seen their father. The revered and reviled Julian Assange, founder of Wikileaks. He's been in hiding, or as he is now, in jail, since before they were born. Currently, he's battling extradition to the U.S., where he's charged with conspiracy to hack a Pentagon computer and using Wikileaks to publish thousands of classified documents.
My work will not be cowed.
Assange argues it was in the public interest. Stella Moris met Assange a decade ago when she joined his legal team, and then they became lovers.
What went through your mind when you decided to get pregnant with this very controversial public figure?
Well, he was a man I wanted to start a family with, and I was 33, and we decided, let's live our lives.
Easier said than done. For 7 years, Assange was a fugitive, holed up in Ecuador's embassy in London. As his lawyer, Stella could visit, and in spite of all the scrutiny, they managed to keep their relationship secret.
We found ways to be private. We had a tent in his room that we put, fairy lights in, and
A tent?
a tent. Yeah, we had a, like a camping tent.
Was that so even if there were cameras, they wouldn't be able to see?
Right. Yes.
Then, last year, Assange was dragged out of the embassy and jailed while a judge considers the extradition.
Why should Julian not be extradited to the U.S.?
There's no way Julian will face a fair trial in the U.S.
Going public now, when Assange could be looking at decades of U.S. prison time, is a calculated emotional appeal to the British court.
So are you hoping that the sight of your two beautiful children and the news that he's got a loving, stable relationship will factor in his not being extradited?
Well, I think the court has to deal with the reality that he has a family in the UK.
He also has a history. Former colleagues who call him a liar and an egomaniac, and allegations that he colluded with Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. election, something he denies.
What do you tell the kids about Daddy?
I tell them that Julian is a hero, and they speak to him every day.
Whatever the courts decide, Stella Moris stands by her man. For CBS This Morning, I'm Elizabeth Palmer in London.
A lot more happening in the Ecuadorian embassy in London than we suspected, right?
These tents are rocking, don't come a knocking. I didn't realize. Quite the family resemblance there as well.
Yes, exactly. Very
No, the kids call it ride or die. She's definitely ride or die for Julian Assange. He has somebody he can count on for
the other
sure.
side of Julian Assange.
Exactly.
All right, I thank you, Liz Palmer.